Oh, is there many medicines? These are obviously under the English as the rules. And don't light the fire. Why?
Okay. Oh, this is going to be tough.
You'll sleep for 3 days.
Oh,
is there many medicines?
too late. How should we eat it?
Now keep for 3 days, okay?
Because now tea also you can put it. This in the morning. No, they have it too.
Just scrape it. What you're saying? No, this is Zapatre. This is Zakai. Baby kodadu Zakai. The gundu girte ujji maguge nekkistarana. It's quite sacred. I don't know if you know this story about jackfruit here. 1940s, these are obviously under the English as the rules, and Churchill thought the war would go for much longer than everyone predicted. They didn't account for the atomic bomb, I guess. So what they did, they started hoarding food from all the colonies. So till then, this farm used to produce about 10 tons of rice, and they used to take 8 tons as tax or whatever, and 2 tons was enough for 1 or 2 meals a day, and people survive, live happily, whatever. But 1944, 43, something, they took all of it. All paddy was taken away from us. There was no food. The same year, fortunately, jackfruit yielded like crazy, and people survived on it. Places like West Bengal, 2 million people died out of starvation. So it's very holy for us. And for some reason, it's producing a lot this year. So I don't know what. In army, there are soldiers and there are commandos, right? Much better. The same like that in microorganisms also. There is a particular one who are very good at fixing nitrogen. Azotobacter, azospirillum, rhizodium, all these things. And then there are ones which are specifically for phosphorus solubilization, and the other one potassium mobilization. So we have identified these guys. We keep them in our lab. We grow them in like a liquid form, and then into a solid form, and then we re-inoculate it back into the soil. So that we want all microorganisms. Just that these guys, if they are little more in number, so it's still, we are interfering. It's still not like 100% natural. Okay? But we are using the nature. Beneficial guys which are already present in the nature. We're just increasing the number of them.
What is the organism you're adding into the water?
EM, effective microorganisms. It's bacillus species of bacteria, photosynthetic bacteria, and then some yeast. Pass them off farm. We want to have them in our place. So we make them go through all these water channels, and there's like a lot of dams in between, small dams, and you get to see tomorrow we have the farm. So you can observe that. And again, the multi-crop system continues, but also it's offsets. Okay, so it's like the total effect might be 30% on climate change.
What's the estimate time to change a small 1 acre chemical farm to?
I would say about 5 years.
5 years.
The first thing what you have to do is stop chemical fertilizers.
Yeah.
But suddenly they're gonna deplete of nutrition. Organic manure, that's gonna cost you. Chemical fertilizer is subsidized. Chemical fertilizer is concentrated.
Yeah.
You only need a little bit of it. Organic manure, you may need 4 to 5 kilos per year per plant. So your cost will go up. You do that and then from monoculture you shift to multi, so you plant other things. They will come up in 3 to 4 years. By then the soil toxicity is reduced. You keep adding organic manure. Okay. So basically organic manure are the ones which can be a part of this cycle. Chemical fertilizer will not be a part of this cycle. They'll come, they'll go out, they'll finish, they're done. Whereas this original things, they move on the cycle. So you need to bring in enough of nutrients from outside in the form of organic manures, which is basically biological waste. And then you start adding, when the toxicity reduces, you start adding biofertilizers to increase your soil macrobiology. When the microbiology comes, the earthworms also come, the other things also come. And 4 to 5th year you'll start getting a good yield. Actually from first year itself you'll get a good yield because you're giving them organic manure. And then 5th, 6th year it's regenerative. 10th year onwards it's by itself. You just take care of your water harvesting and all that, and timely management. I mean, even the pest attacks, it won't take.
How pest control you do, like without?
Yeah, so the biggest problem here in this area is two fungal attacks. Fusarium and Phytophthora are the biggest one. So what we have done is there are two ways. One, like we do use, if it's excess, we do use copper sulfate, which is allowed in organic farming. It's not a poison.
Oh, is it?
With lime and copper sulfate mixture. It's called Bodo. The other one, the better way, is we inoculate our farm with another fungus called Trichoderma and Pseudomonas, along with two bacterial consortiums, Bacillus, Megatherium, and Circulum. They, in a group, form a system which keeps the pests away. It's like if you have a lot of rats in your house, you want to have a cat. Like cat will keep the rat away. So, enemy of your enemy is your friend. So that's one way of biocontrol. It's called biocontrol. We do that.
Don't light a fire, that's all. This is the full result.
Quietly, and I want everyone to like really observe, and if you see anything that you want to ask about, it's interesting, then you can stop and just quietly call out. You can do a woo. Okay. Woo. Yeah. What does that mean? It's just a code. Yeah. It's just, yeah.
Like I
found. Yeah. If you see something and you want to ask someone like what it is, then you can say woo. Yeah, and then we'll all gather there and we'll see, so we can all see what everyone is spotting or finding. Because that one is spotting a lot of things and a lot of you are missing all the cool things. What's this called? Okay. With all four paws and feet, but basically you want to try and put your toes to the ground first and then slowly shift your weight onto the outside of your foot and then put your heel down.
Not to make a sound.
Yeah. Okay. And it's also about where you step.
Yeah.
Right. So I obviously shouldn't step right here. Right. So I could maybe go there. Okay.
So are cats looking at this in this way and walking?
Of course, not to make a sound.
Cats walk very
Nicely.
If you watch their gait, which is what the animal walk is called, it's called a gait, right? You will notice that if you slow down videos and watch them, they're actually doing this. They're putting their tippy toe first and then they're slowly going onto their heel. And that's of course they're able to do it faster when they need to, right? And they're able to walk really quietly. So this is going to basically have you practice quiet walking. And then actually when we walk back, you can all practice quiet walking with chappals or no chappals, however you want to choose to do. Okay, because it obviously adds a challenge with shoes, right? With the pants we wear sometimes that make a sound, okay? So the owl is going to be protecting the sticks, okay? And all of you are like other little squirrels trying to get the sticks because you want to build your nest.
specific stick?
Yeah, I mean, but take one stick. I just wanted everyone to collect one so that there is one for each person.
So that's why the
Okay.
walk, so that the
No,
owl
it
can't
would be
hear
more of
you
a challenge to
approach
collect their own stick.
What?
That's why the walk, so that the owl can't hear you approach us.
Yes. Now what's going to happen is, owl's going to be blindfolded sitting here, okay? And when the owl hears something, stop where you are and just walk back quietly to your spot, okay? So now, when you're walking like this, right, to get to your stick, circle like sort of where they all are, so in that range, And the owl is going to sit right here. So put all the sticks in a circle. Okay. Oh, this is going to be tough. Even if you make it, yeah, 5 sticks or in a circle. So put it.
Okay, put it in a circle. So do you want to look in the shade, like poor owl will be like in the sun?
It's okay a little bit. Anyway, our postmans we're going swimming. Actually, no, we're going to do one activity and then go swimming.
Owl should have lunch and then one activity. Or we'll have one more activity. We'll have lunch.
Lunch and then one more activity, then swim. Okay? So you can spread out here also. So some of you can start from